Okay, yay. So I know that on last week's call, we had a lot of people asking about the savings passes. Since we have two different ones, they were hoping to get access to like their own and having some problems. So I'm really excited that Trinity was able to join our call today. I also have Amanda that's going to be joining the call too, to just kind of help go over some things so that we can hopefully after today make everything just super clear. Everybody's good to go. They can pitch it, they can pull it up on their phones or online and do all the things. So the first thing I wanted to cover is how to access it. So everybody that had shared that they wanted to have their own QR code also sent their own Savings Pass membership. EFS decided to have everybody on all the teams that wanted one to give them their own membership. So then that way, not only you can use it and utilize it, you can share it with like clients, stuff like that. And then your own QR code is designed to be used for your business cards or your Hero Program Savings Class flyers that you hand out. Or being able to post on like social media, texting it to friends and family, sending emails out. And so I want to make sure that before I have Trinity help us with logging on, that is there anybody that has not received a code or has not received like their access to their membership? So then that way I can get everybody written down and we'll get it taken care of tonight. Anybody on the call so far?
I have not.
Okay, Jordan. Okay. And anybody else? Let's see, I'm going to check the chat too.
Yeah, this is Lisa and John Maxwell. We have two team members that have not received their own personal savings pass and have not also received the QR codes to send out. And that's Louis Lindstrom, Lindstrom.
Okay.
And Jessica Scholkoff. It's SCHOELLKOPF. And I'll test you on that later.
Okay, perfect.
I love it.
And then I have Stormy and Sarah as well. Anybody else that has not received their access or QR codes before we move on?
I received my code, but it didn't work.
Okay. I'm like, we're going to go over that too. A big reason why I was so excited to have Trinity on the call to help us. And so the big thing I want everybody to know, because, say you just came on this week and you have no idea what the heck we're talking about at all. We basically have a personalized QR code for you to use so that anybody can pull up the Hero Program Savings Pass and they can donate on there. They can get a savings pass. They can utilize it. And so it's really designed. I was talking to Jay earlier about, you want to put on like your business card. So say you're out on a hero day, people are donating, they're getting access to the savings pass by donating certain dollar amounts, but say they want to go and share it. Well, if you hand them your business card, anybody can scan your QR code on the back of that business card. Same thing for the Hero Program Savings Pass flyers. What I would suggest using those for, I had a rep that suggested that she was going to put them in all of her Instacart orders that she drops off. I had another rep that posted them in the bathrooms at the Live Tour event this last weekend. Genius. I would say like your gym, like any like businesses that you frequent, see if they'll let you put that flyer up there. Because if anybody goes on there, they see the value, they want to help out the Hero Program, they can make donations on there, and then you're earning an income. And I was hoping Nicole was going to be on this call because she started just sharing it via text and on her social media pages, and she's already, raised, if you will, over $400 through just sharing her QR code with her new flyer. And so I want to make sure that everybody knows that that's the purpose of the QR code. But we have a couple different ways of actually implementing the savings passes out on a hero day and then for other charities. We had a few people have issues between a couple of our different teams on actually accessing their membership. And so Trinity, would it be easier if I passed you the screen so that you could help us with logging somebody on.
Yeah, and when you're talking about the membership, are you referring to getting onto the app itself?
Yeah, so
Okay.
we had several team members. I know like Michael Clancy, for example, he said that he tried to go online to just sign up so he has his own access to a savings
Okay.
pass, and
Okay.
it wasn't working. And then I feel like Terry, did you see the same thing as well? You couldn't figure out how to get logged on?
It just didn't accept the number or whatever, the code that you gave me.
Okay.
Okay, first and foremost, we want to make certain that you're on the right site because there is a Hero Program Savings Pass for the actual Hero Program. So let's go ahead and show that.
Okay, I just made you the host.
Okay, perfect.
It was whatever the code was that I got sent, you know? So
Okay.
I tried to put it in.
All right, gotcha. So let me bring up my screen. Give me a second. Okay, can you see my screen? Is it showing? Not yet?
Not yet.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, here we go. I think it should now. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. So this site, let me move this out the way so you can see. It's Hero Program Savings Pass.enjoymydeals.com. You want to make certain that you're on that link. And I can send that to you, Audra, to make certain that everyone has that.
Okay.
When you go on to the site, you're going to click on, I'll move everything out the way, sign in. And with your sign in information, basically you're going to put your email address, all your information, if you're already in there, okay? If you've already created your account, then this is how you sign in. If you're new, you've never used that 6-digit member ID, then you're going to click on sign up. You enter all of your information and that member ID goes into this area here. Terry, did you try that? You're muted, Terry. You're muted. No.
I did whatever the instructions said to do. I was, trying to find my email with that on it, but hard when you're on the phone on a Zoom call to actually.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so you just want to make certain that you're on the correct site and you're entering that information. If you continue to have issues, just let me know. Let Audra know. She can send an email to me and we'll go ahead and get you taken care of. And that's for anyone else that's on the call.
Oh, and Trinity, thank you so much. This is Amanda.
Hey,
Yeah, a lot of people are emailing me and saying that they can't get on, and so I've been emailing Anne, and
Okay.
she's been saying to select the company as the Hero Program Savings Pass, but I'm not seeing that here as you're doing this. I don't see where they're selecting a company.
That's where I didn't see that either. That's why I was like, what?
Right. Yeah, so I don't know
Are
what
we
Anne is
talking
telling
about
us.
two different? Yeah, so if we're talking about the app, this is where you should be. This is your app, right? This is the Hero Program Savings Pass app. You're going to click on sign up, and where you see my cursor, that's where you're going to enter that 6-digit member ID.
Okay, and this is downloaded from the App Store, like on Apple?
Yeah,
App
yeah,
Store?
you can actually do that as well. Now, bear in mind, I don't know, and I'll confirm with Anne that's what I need to confirm. You can download this, but I just want to make certain that the path is still the same. And I believe, let's look, hold on.
And so that you guys know, I know when I did it online like this first. And
Okay.
then I went in and I downloaded my deals and logged in once I already changed my password online.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Exactly. So you're going to have to log in here first. And then you can go to the My Deals store or application, which is down here, and download it to your phone as well.
I think that's the problem is when Anne sent this out to me to forward to everybody, she set it up like you're downloading it onto your phone for the
Okay.
first time. And so the instructions are different.
Okay, okay.
So-
And
so this
I'll clarify that. I will definitely clarify that, but I believe the way Audra just, you know, basically what she mentioned is that you're going to sign up here on the website first. And then once you're in there, you can download the application to your phone because at that point, it's going to give you a window to sign in. And that information that you're using is what you're going to use to sign into your app on your phone.
Okay, yeah,
Now-
and somebody just mentioned on the chat who would be sending out this information. So you guys, everybody on this call should have received an email from admin at Elite Fundraising Solutions with your actual like certificate number. If you did not receive that, then you need to email admin at Elite Fundraising Solutions so that I can give you your certificate number, because that comes from me.
Isn't that what we got? Isn't that what we got that we put in?
That is what you got. Yes, Terry, that's what you got from admin. Yes, that's what you should be putting in. But the instructions on that were for the app on your phone.
Oh,
It-
so
it
can
was
someone
not-
give us a picture of the app itself so we know what app we're downloading? We're looking
Yeah,
for?
it actually shows
That
a
is-
picture. That's what she just showed on the website. It shows it on that website, but it's called My Deals and it's blue.
Right,
Okay.
but bear in mind that those member IDs are unique to the Hero Program Savings Pass. So
Mhm.
that's why you want to go through the app on the website first, and
Yeah.
then you can download it to your phone.
Yeah, and you select the company as Hero Program Savings Pass, not Elite, not Elite Fundraising, not Hero
Right.
Program. It's Hero Program Savings Pass. That's the company name. And I sent that email out to everybody on this call, everybody on our team. I sent that email out like 2 weeks ago. So.
And I don't think that even comes up as long as they go to Hero Program Savings Pass .enjoymydeals.com like she did, because that never came up for me. So as long as they go there instead of like My Deals, they should be fine.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I
Now-
think Trinity's doing it on a computer instead of a phone. So
Yeah,
it
and
looks
some-
different.
Yeah,
I signed up through the App Store and I never went to this email address or the site address that you have up
URL.
here. And I have everything on, I mean, it downloaded on my phone, My Deals. And so, I mean, do I?
with the member ID, Jim, so it did work for you? The
Yeah,
member
'cause-
ID on the
yeah,
phone?
'cause-
Oh, okay,
Because
okay.
when I'm, yeah, and I never went to the other one, so I just, my problem was trying to figure out what program we were supposed to sign in on. And then when I got that, then everything worked fine.
Okay, all right, very good. So then that answers the question.
And Tyler, do you have a question? I saw his like little hand went up on his.
I do.
Oh yeah.
So did everyone get the same code from admin or do we?
Everybody's codes are different.
Yeah,
Oh,
everybody's code is different. I sent an individual email to every single person on the team. And also there was a question about the QR codes. Jason Johnson out there in Michigan asked about the QR codes would have come from Trinity. So Trinity
Yeah,
looked
I
at
will
the
talk about
spreadsheet
that.
and
Mhm.
she sent those out to each person, but that's a separate conversation. So right now, we're just talking about accessing the pass.
Right,
so can I
and
get that
also,
code?
go ahead, I'm sorry.
If I don't have it in my emails, how do I get that code?
I just put it in the chat,
Okay.
email admin, and we'll get it to you.
That's me now.
Thanks,
Email me.
Amanda.
I'll take care of that for you.
Thank you.
And I want everyone to understand that that code is unique to the email it's assigned to. So
Right.
it's not, you can't share it with someone else and they enter a different email, it's not gonna work.
No, and I have
Assigned
all
to
those
you.
codes, okay, guys? So if you don't have your code or you're confused about what your code is, you can email Audra, but she's going to refer it to me. So admin@Elite Fundraising Solutions or Amanda@EliteFundraisingSolutions.com, and I will take care of that for you.
Tyler, you
Thank
still have
you.
your hand up.
Yeah. Sorry, my mic was unplugged. I didn't realize. So I think what's being referred to is the back end side. So when you're on the dashboard or the landing page and you try to log in, it asks you not this that's showing here, but if you, instead of the other one that has the progress bar, when you try to log in, it prompts you for an organization or a company. That's what is being referred to.
Okay.
In that instance, the way that I got in was just putting setting forgot password and then putting my email in because your email is registered to it. And then you can reset your password. You don't have to worry about putting in any of that information. And you can log into the backside to see who the donors were, to see how much money has been put in, to see what, as you can see at the top of the page, HP 49 Hero Program. It'll have whatever HP1, HP2, or whatever they are for the East
Yeah.
Coast. You'll be able to see each of those accounts and how much money has been put into those accounts.
Right,
And
so
so
we're
for-
talking about two separate platforms now. So the one that we were just on is the Savings Pass, the Hero Program Savings Pass. And can you see the screen, the
Yeah.
actual donation? So, and this is the actual donation platform that Tyler is referring to. So basically, if everyone, your QR code, the URL that you have, this is basically what would come up when you enter that URL. You would sign in with your email, and your temporary password for everyone right now is 1234567 You guys can change that.
Okay.
Okay, and
Yeah,
once you're in, go ahead, Amanda.
Oh, I'm just saying, this was not given to us. All that Ann gave us was a member ID, so they've never been told to do this part.
Okay, all right,
And
very
confirm.
good. Okay, okay.
Yeah, Ann just gave us member IDs and instructions to download the app and use the member ID. Like, none of this was told.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. Well, this is good. So this is good. I'm glad we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
So with the URL, oh, I don't have the right, hold on. I need to go back. Give me a second. Okay. So with your URL, you're going to paste it. Make sure you paste it into the search bar, hit enter, and it's going to bring up your page, right? Your dedicated page. Click on sign in. Then at that point, you would enter your email. I have to go back. Give me a second. Enter your email address, your temporary password. For those of you that have not updated, change the password. It's going to be 1234567 Click on login. And from here, now you're in your dashboard and you're able to see your activity, how much money you have raised, etc.
Perfect. And this is just to reiterate how Nicole was able to check and see that through texting, emailing, posting on social media that she'd already raised like $450 or more. So she was so excited.
I've got a question for you on that. If I go in through the QR code and on my phone, it says I've raised $450. When I
There
go into,
was, yeah, and I'm glad you're bringing that up, Mike. So Audra, there was an email that Ann sent out earlier today. I have to go back and look at it. So that 400, let me log out of here. Does everyone understand before I log out of here how to go into your dashboard before I log out?
Yes, and I put the link on the chat for everybody to write down also.
Okay, all right, so I'm logging out. And I'm gonna have to. Oh, that's not it. Okay, so I'm bringing up the actual dashboard for the Donate Hero program. So what we're looking at is the total dashboard that all of the reps are under, so that you're all under the Donation Hero program umbrella, okay? When you go into view people, and Amanda, Audra, this is good information for the VPs. When you go in, you're able to see the total amount raised, which is $450. That's the total. This is the platform itself. It breaks down who received the donation to get that total amount, right? What had happened, we found out, everyone was actually looking at the total amount raised under the whole umbrella versus looking at their own dashboard to see how much they actually raised, right? So these are all, this is everyone when you click on participants, and this is not a view for the reps, but I'm just wanting to explain it to everyone.
Okay.
So you can actually see who has raised what here on the back end. Amanda, this is something too, that we can talk about later. So this is where you would go and you can actually see the amounts that have been raised. And these are all the reps, all their information. And the HP 28, these numbers are unique to that particular rep.
Okay.
And these are their QR codes. So if I click on Dave's, it brings up his page, his QR code page. Okay.
Okay.
So that Mike, that 450 is just the total amount that has been raised to date for all of the Donate Hero program.
And keep in mind, a lot of our teams haven't even rolled this out yet. So I'm actually quite impressed that we have $450 when most of us aren't even pitching this. So good job, you guys.
okay,
Yeah.
so there's no way for us to see individually how much we've raised.
Oh,
then, right?
no, you can actually go into your individual dashboard, as I showed you before I clicked out of here, and you can see what you've raised.
Okay, but that's
And
only
who has actually,
computer, not on your app.
No, the app is different. So the app is the screen that I showed you before we went to the digital donation platform. So this is your digital donation platform. The app is for the Savings Pass.
Gotcha.
The app is for you to be able to like utilize all of the discounts.
Now I got it. So
Yeah.
where do we go to change our password?
Audra, do you think, I'm thinking it's a good idea to resend the URL out to everyone, their QR code URL, just to make certain that everyone has it?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. We'll send out both the dashboard link and the other link as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I have a question. How do we tell what our individuals are again? It says the total on that home screen or whatever, but then which one do we click to see the individual ones?
Yeah, you'll be able to see yours when you actually enter your QR code URL. You'll be able to see the amount that you raised. I can go back and show you again how to get there. Done.
I found a cheating way to get there. So if you scan your own QR code that you're sending out to people, and then instead of, hitting the donate button on the far left-hand corners, there's 3 dashes. You click on those 3 dashes, and this works on whether you're on your phone or computer. And then it has a sign in button, and you sign in, and boom, you're in your own platform.
Love it.
Love
Yes.
it.
We love
Super,
quick and easy.
super quick and easy.
Right, Lisa?
I know.
Yay.
I do have a member, Grant, on our team. He bought a pass for his niece, and it's not showing up though on his back dashboard that he's gotten a new person. So we just need to have Trinity check that out. I think he's going to be sending you an email, Trinity, with her name to find out
Okay.
where that went.
Okay, all right, very good. Very good.
Yay. Does anybody else? So I guess I should, put it out there. I have a whole plan of stuff that we wanted to cover, but while we have Trinity on the line, do you guys have other questions? And then I might just kind of like pop in and be like, oh, we're going to cover that. But do you guys want to ask her as many questions as you guys might have right now while we do have her on the line?
So how,
Sure.
yeah, I got a question. So how do we send that QR code for that, like Share 5?
So for the Share 5, when someone makes a donation, they will automatically get an email that thanks them for the donation. It will have their member ID. And then in addition to that member ID, in the email, it would say, hey, share, and I don't know the exact verbiage, but it says, hey, share with 5 people and your name will be entered into a drawing to receive a trip, to potentially win a trip to Cancun.
How do I share it with 5 people?
Oh, how do you share it with oh, good question. Well, go ahead and start sharing your QR code with people. And I'm pretty sure, and I don't know, I guess I would have to talk to Amanda and Jay as to whether or not that applies to the reps as well.
No, yeah, but in what format do I send my QR code? How do I
There's
send my?
So
Yeah.
you'll want to email Leslie and Morgan, so then they can add it on to a flyer for you.
Oh, I have the flyer. So I used, okay. So use that flyer and send that out.
Yeah, so
Okay.
what some people on the team have started to do is just use that flyer with the QR code.
Okay.
If you put it on like social media, most people are on social media on their phones, so they can't really scan it. But if you send it like via email or like Facebook, stuff like that, then people can still scan it if they're on their computer pulling it up.
Perfect. That's I didn't know what the starting point was.
Yeah, no worries. Tyler, you were gonna say something too.
Yeah, so if you are logged into this, what's on screen here, if you log into the backside, there is an area where you can upload a CSV or a comma separated value of information. You can upload email addresses and send a blast email out.
That's there too.
Perfect. I love that. Does anybody else have any other questions for Trinity at all? I'm like, okay, here, I'm gonna try to request the screen back.
This is Lisa again. I just
Again,
added another
Roger.
person on our team that's missing the QR code and business template on the chat.
Oh, okay, perfect. I will make sure that we add Al to the list. Thank you. Trinity, thank you so much. I appreciate that anytime I've tried to get a hold of you, you always respond. So that is amazing in my book.
Oh, thank
Because
you.
this is, brand new and we're all just trying to get a hold of this thing so that we can share it on the golf course and share it with other clients and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I so appreciate your help, and don't be surprised if we send you some more questions after this call.
No worries. I'm here. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah. Oh,
Alrighty.
Host to
Yeah,
save-
thanks, Trinity.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Bye. Have a good one.
Oh,
Bye, guys.
Trinity, can you
Yes.
past
Yes.
the host. I'm like, I tried to pull it back, but it's not letting me yet.
Huh. I thought I did.
I think you have to click on me and make me the host.
Yeah, I did that. It said it gave it back to you.
Okay.
Let's see. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Like,
Yeah, it says you have it. Are you sure you don't have it?
let me see. It's not letting me share my screen.
Pass it to me again.
Okay. Oh. It's not letting me do anything. Sorry, guys. Let me see.
I do have a question.
Yeah, ask questions while we.
Yeah, while we figure this out.
Savings tax. Okay, I made this. Okay, the flyer came to me. And I've been using that at the golf course. So the Hero Program Savings Pass is different from another savings pass. I wasn't sure on. Is there
So
two
are you
savings passes?
Are you referring to the EFS fundraising side?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's completely different. So that there is a savings pass for that, but it's not the Hero Program Savings Pass. It's completely different.
And
Completely different.
MJ, so you know too, that's part of our training tonight. So don't worry, we'll make sure we go over like both in complete,
Okay,
yeah, like detail and stuff too, to try to make sure that everybody understands like the differences and what to do with both on how to pitch them too.
okay, great. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a
Thank
good
you
night.
so much again, Trinity. I
Okay.
appreciate you.
Take care. Bye.
All right, so this is kind of perfect. So there are two different saving passes. There's the Hero Program Savings Pass that is designed to help fundraise for the Hero Program specifically. And so just to kind of like reiterate, that's what your QR code is going to be used for. So that's where you'll want to put those on your business cards. You'll want to put it on the Hero Program flyers. You'll use those flyers for social media, texts, emails, stuff like that. And then just so you guys know as well, as you start sharing your QR code and getting that out for the Hero Program, you're going to be paid weekly. Our weekly payouts are on Fridays now, so you guys know as well. So if you guys get a random, payment from Elite, then you'll know why. And then the biggest difference between the Hero Program Savings Pass and the Elite Savings Pass is that the Elite Savings Pass is designed to help fundraise for other organizations. So that could be used for charities, for sports teams, churches. I was even thinking, somebody who got hurt. So it could be for a person instead of using GoFundMe. And so there's a lot of different things you can implement this into. And on that subject, when we do an Elite Savings Pass, there is a $20, I don't know what the correct verbiage is, so Amanda help me out. But I would think of like there's a fee, right? So that just is what it is. $20 goes to Elite for that savings pass, but that organization can sell it for whatever dollar amount they want. So that could be $30, $40, $50. They could even take in a donation for $1,000, whatever it is. $20 will go to Elite. And so what I love personally is if you think of it in terms of GoFundMe, people go on and they fundraise for all kinds of things, and people are donating whatever they can, but they have no chance of ever getting something back. And so we don't put a limit, on how much people want to donate to help out that organization. And then again, you are paid weekly for the Elite Savings Passes as well. Payouts, depending on what level you are in the company, are $3, $5, or $7. And so I want to make sure I'm keeping up with the chat too. Amanda, do you have anything to add on this slide at all? Thank you, Tyler, for putting that in the chat, by the way. Okay. Does anybody have any questions on this page before I go on? Okay. So Hero Day prep. I wanted to set this up and add it into my Hero Days this last weekend. And so I was so glad that this call came up because even my sister, you know, Stormy, who's on the call, she was like, okay, so Dad's getting on me about, you know, implementing the savings pass and asking why I haven't done it. So I was just like, hey, like, let's get over it. Like, let's get the call done. And then I will know even what to have ready, because I know we have a lot of the stuff on the CRM, but we didn't have everything on the CRM yet until today. And I didn't have like a concise pitch ready for her either. And so a couple things to make sure you make a note of that you'll be able to find on the CRM would be the table flyer. So this is what the table flyer will look like. And because I talked to MJ this weekend, his flyer that he put up had the QR code, which is not the end of the world. In my head, I wouldn't want anybody getting confused or feeling like if they scan the QR code that's on my flyer on a Hero Day, that's how they're donating. So you have no control, you know, over like those donation amounts, and it's not going to count towards your Hero Day that day. So I'm going to teach, you know, my teams to print off that table flyer that does not have a QR code. So then that way people are just reading it. They're getting like all the information. They're understanding why they're going to want the Hero Program Savings Pass and how amazing it is. But then they're still donating to you, you know, via cash, card, Venmo, Zelle, whatever they're going to do with you on the whole. The second document that we have here is our board. So on the CRM, it's under Hero Day Gifting Poster. In my brain, I ordered easels, like the tall easels that are, you know, yay high. I'm going to print off a board that's like rather large so that when I'm standing there presenting, I can have the board to point to as far as like with like their dollar amounts, their gifting options, stuff like that. And then I can also point to my table flyers like on the other side of me, right? And so in my brain, I just know that like people are going to listen, but they're also going to try to follow you visually. And so that's why we have a big banner on the back side of our screen, right? And that's why we want to have like all these listed so that they are comprehending that much more, because we are introducing something that's so different than what we normally do on Hero Days. So I'm going to see if I can zoom here. I don't know if it'll let me, but on the boards right now, we have the two different options. So the Hero package where they donate either $100 or they can sign up for $19.99 a month as a monthly, you know, donation that they sign up for with gratis, or they can donate $50 or $9.99 a month through recurring revenue. So we listed here what those different donation amounts will include. And we made one change here. I was so excited I got the go ahead because Cancun has been really successful for my team so far. And so right now, if they donate $50 or they sign up for $9.99 a month recurring, they're gonna be included in the hole-in-one. You know, they can still win money for closest to the pin, but now they have the choice of either grabbing the Hero Program Savings Pass or that trip to Cancun. Before it was just the savings pass no matter what. So we're really excited that we got that cleared and okayed. And then the biggest difference from 50 to 100 or, you know, $9.99 to $19.99 is going to be that they actually get both. So they're going to still be in the hole-in-one. They can still win money from closest to the pin, but now they're going to get that savings pass on top of that trip to Cancun. So does anybody have any questions off of these two documents so far?
Audra, what?
It's Jason, just real quick. Oh, sorry.
That's
So I
okay.
don't have to land on anymore with 50.
What was that? Sorry, I was like cutting out.
They don't have to land on the green anymore with $50 donation.
They do not, and I am so excited. Yeah, so I think that this is going to be a really good thing, honestly. I think that we'll be able to pull in a lot more donations, but it was just getting too complicated because before, if anybody remembers, if somebody signed up for that reoccurring revenue or, you know, monthly payment at $9.99, their only option was the savings pass. So now we got it cleared to where if they do 50 or $9.99, they get to choose and they do not have to land the green.
Audra, what size is that poster? It's a little odd. Like, do you know, like, is it like 2 feet by like
I'm
8
gonna,
feet?
now that it's complete, because we completed it a couple hours before this call,
Oh, okay.
I will go on Staples and I'll mess around to see what it is. To be honest, that'd be a
Okay.
Leslie question and she's out of the country, so I don't know.
Oh,
I'll
that's
make
right.
sure that
okay.
everyone in the email with all these attachments knows.
Okay, okay, sounds good. Thanks.
Does anybody else have any questions about these so far?
Are we gonna also have a tabletop for that?
So that's what this one is. It's the table flyer right here on the left. And then this one's gonna be the board that you can choose. So in my head, I'm gonna make it do a big board and put it on an easel. But then I could see, like my dad was saying earlier, that he would rather have it on like a banner, you know, and have it like somewhere on your tent. So whatever works for you for the bigger one on the right hand side.
I think I'd like to have both of them in a tabletop initially.
Yeah, I think
Is that-
that's a good way to start, especially cost effective wise, right? But the biggest thing is they're not going to be able to read that from far away, sitting in their, you know, in their carts. When we initially do our presentations, a lot of people aren't out of their carts yet. So you do want to ideally have something big enough that they can actually see while you're presenting.
I'm just concerned if we get this in a T sign, and we've got the Cancun sign in a T sign, we've got the hole-in-one in a T sign. You got 3 signs up, you're gonna start looking like a billboard company.
The board isn't supposed to be a T sign. Yeah, it's supposed to be big on an easel, like big.
Well, and the most important part here, guys, is your pitch, right?
Mhm.
So what you're saying to the golfers is the most important part. And what did Audra just say? You don't have to hit the green anymore. That's huge. That's what you guys need to be taking away from this. The size, the dimensions of the flyers. Okay, great. We can all fix that later. Fine. But what do we want you to take away from this right now is what you're saying on the tee box, because your words out of your mouth are the most important thing. That's what you're learning right now from the top producer in our company, which is Audra, who's been the top producer for 12 years. So what is she saying to you? You don't have to hit the green anymore at that $50 mark. You don't have to do that. That's huge. So
Yeah.
if you guys are verbalizing everything accurately on the tee box, your signs, your, boards, whatever you have printed behind you, that's all secondary. You have to have your pitch down. You have to be accurate on the tee box. You have to be precise on the tee box. So are you learning that right now? That's what you have to be paying attention to. Are you doing that well? Because that's what's going to help you raise money. We'll fix the signs and the boards and the posters. We'll fix that. But are you guys getting your tee box script down? Do you know what to say to the golfers? That's what these calls are about, right, Audra?
Yeah, I'm like, thank you. And we went over some pitch options earlier too. So that was probably like the biggest thing that kept coming up for me on why I was nervous to even present it was my pitch works. We do really good numbers out on the courses all the time. And I didn't want to switch that up. At the same time, I am seeing in California and in Florida that not everybody is interested in Cancun. So I do see why this could end up actually being like even more successful, or at least just help, fundraise more, because this thing is amazing. I'm like, I've been so excited using it so far. I know Leslie loves it so far. Jay saved, money on his rental car. And so we keep hearing all these like great things. But when we started working through the pitch to figure out what the heck we were going to say out there, it really came down to, who we are, then pointing at the 2 donation amounts and their gift options, and then bringing up that, you can also win some money with the hole-in-one and closest to the pin. Where before, if you guys knew my pitch, I would always bring up, who we were briefly, what the contests were that they were trying to win, and all these different things we were going to give them, and then how they could pay and win Cancun. And so there wasn't a ton of room in that pitch. And I know I have one more bullet that I'm going to skip here, but I would like to show you, Jay wrote out his hero pitch. And usually him and I have completely different pitches. His works for him, mine works for me. But to be honest, I sat back and I was like, I think I'm going to pitch that. And I surprised myself. So it was great. But Amanda, do you want to go over the pitch by chance and I can fill in? I love that I have you on my call, so I might as well utilize you.
It looks like a lot of words. It looks like a lot of words. So,
it's a lot of words, but you guys, here's the deal. When I first started, Jay was asking me to pitch to the team because he thought I was great. And then we realized I was only closing 70% while he was closing 100%. So if you don't follow Jay, then you're not going to be successful. So I don't know how much better I can do than this, but here's the deal, you guys. Jay reaches out to their heart, their emotions. So anybody on this call right now, if you're bored, shake it off. Do some push-ups, get out your thinking caps, whatever you have to do to pay attention to this right now. Right now. This is what you have to pay attention to. Because this is from Jay, my partner. The reason I'm a partner in this company is because of Jay. So the reason you guys are all here is because of Jay, I'm sure. Also, you love Audra. But listen to this. Listen, just listen. You can read this all you want. But when you hear it, it's different. So when they pull up and you say, hey guys, how you doing? That's when you capture them, right? You capture their attention when you say, hey, how you doing? Because they could be having a bad round. They could be having a good round. You don't know. You have to win them over for yourself. You have to sell yourself first. Okay, so hey guys, how you doing is number one. Then I'm sure you've heard about the Hero Program. Why are we saying that first? We want them to think that they've heard of the Hero Program, right? We want them to be aware of what we're doing. So, hey guys, I'm sure you've all heard about the Hero Program. We're the largest in the nation supporting our veterans and first responders at golf courses. The funds we raise help our heroes with prosthetic service dogs, PTSD counseling to help prevent suicide and help children of our heroes that fall in the line of duty or in action. Why do we say that first? We're grabbing their hearts, you guys. You have to say this paragraph first. This is important to grab their attention.
I think those are like the 4 biggest points on.
Oh yeah, right there.
Right?
Right there, Audra. You're right. Like if you don't say that first, you're going to lose them. You're going to lose them. So, and then you say, give me a couple minutes of your time or a minute of your time, whatever it is that you feel you need to say at that moment. But the most important thing is that you've already run through who we are and why we're here and why should they listen to you? You're just another vendor out there. They're out there golfing. They're having fun. They could be at a tournament. They could be out just on a normal golf day. If you're there for a hero day, they don't care about you. You have to convince them that they need to listen to you. So if you're in Southern California, if you're in Nevada, if you're in Florida, I don't care where you are. I think Leslie's team's even on here. So Colorado, New Mexico, don't care where you are. You're all Americans. We are all Americans. So you have to grab them with the fact that we're all Americans. And we are here to support our heroes. So that has to be your first paragraph, number 1, right there, what I just went through. I'm sure all of you have heard about our Hero Program and run through the rest. Then you get into As you can see on my display, we have 2 programs that will significantly help our heroes to protect our freedom. Now you're leading them to what you want them to see, which is how much do you want them to donate, right? That's your number 1 goal out there, is to support our heroes with donations. So you have to lead them to that. So this next paragraph is teaching you to do that. So okay, the first one is either $9.99 per month or a one-time donation of $50 for helping our heroes. You will receive a Hero Program Savings Pass or a 5-day, 4-night stay in Cancun. Okay, so the first thing you're offering them is the Savings Pass and Cancun, not the hole-in-one, not the KP. You're talking about the Savings Pass and Cancun. The second option is $19.99 recurring revenue or a one-time $100 donation. So they can get both Cancun and the Savings Pass if they do $19.99 or $100. Then this golf course, wherever it is you are, is a hero golf course. So we also have the hole-in-one and the closest to the pin where you can receive cash back. That's a side note. Okay, this is new for you guys who have been doing this a while, like Mike French out in San Diego and Nicole down in San Diego. Some of you guys have been with us for a while, and the number 1 push that we were doing on the tee box was the hole-in-one and the KP. We're changing that. No longer is the hole-in-one the number 1 thing to win. Now it's the Savings Pass, right? I mean, you guys understand what the Savings Pass is? I don't think they do, Audra, because they haven't even been able to redeem it on their own phones at this point, what I've heard. Once you guys get this on your phone, you're going to understand, from travel to fast food to haircuts to oil changes, whatever it is you use in your daily life, this Savings Pass changes your life, changes everything you do. So why would you not offer that first, right? That should be the number 1.
I know for me, I feel like, you know, moving to Florida, a lot of people out here are retired. So they're not as interested in going to Cancun, where they are more interested, I think, we'll see, in saving money, you know? And so they're on, Amanda made a good point earlier, they're on a fixed income. They don't really want to travel. Some people are still scared about, you know, COVID and just different things. You know, there's different stuff that happens in every country. So there's like a safety that comes up. And so for them to have like 2 different options now, I really feel like people are going to love the Savings Pass and choose that option.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And like Tyler just said in the chat, they love to donate. Of course, they love to donate. They could donate for Cancun. They could donate for a hole-in-one. They could donate for a KP. They love to donate, of course, but people want to receive back something in return. So whether you're in Florida and you're older and you're retired, because that's who lives in Florida, I guess, or you're in Southern California, those retirees come here too.
So I think like the biggest change about the pitch, you guys, just you want to make sure you bring up who the heck we are, right? You want to bring up the 2 options that they have for donating, like we were already doing with Cancun, but now they have 2 prize options by pointing to your board. And then you want to bring up, oh, and by the way, you know, you can win money from the getting a hole-in-one and from closest to the pin. So come on up here and, you know, let me know which program you want to sign up for. Is it the 50, the 100, or a monthly donation? So we have figured out how to break it down, rearrange it basically, and then keep it concise, because that was my biggest worry. Do you guys have any questions about the pitch so far?
Audra, would you run through it really quickly, like you would say it on the day in front of people, please?
Yes. Okay. So same thing, you know, all of us always kind of want to warm them up. Hey guys, how's your round? How's it going? So I'm so excited to be out here today. You know, Hidden Valley let me come in fundraise all day long for our hero program, which helps military, first responders, and their families so that we can get them free prosthetics. We do their service dogs, family financial aid for kids who have lost their families in the line of duty, counseling, but we have a couple different donation options to help us with our fundraising. So as you can see on my display, we have 2 different programs that significantly help our heroes that protect our freedom. The first one is either paying $9.99 a month or a one-time donation of $50. And for that donation, you can pick either getting a Cancun trip for 2 adults, 5 days, 4 nights, or you can get a savings pass, which has over 1.7 million businesses and offers in it on top of travel discounts that are worldwide. And the second option is either $19.99 a month donation or $100 one-time donation today for you to actually win both of those prizes. We are just trying to collect as many donations as we possibly can. Everybody is also in for a hole-in-one for free. With our hero course, you'll get a gift card here at the golf course for $1,000. And we're also paying some money out for closest to the pin. Most people usually win up to about $200 for first and second place. But if you want to come up here, I can do cash, card, or Venmo. But again, we're just trying to fundraise as much as we can today. So we'll keep working through it. This is very rough so far. So do whatever you have to listen to the pitches, to read the pitches, and just make it your own so that it makes sense and sounds like you.
And then I do have another statement to say when talking about the Hero Pass. So John and I have used it, our own pass, and I think it's important that everybody try to use it for something. We did one hotel stay for 3 nights up in Colorado Springs, got back $176 cash before we even checked into the hotel. So there's truly a savings in there. So if I had paid the $50, I'm like, wow, I just tripled my money in my first use of this. So there is a huge value in this, and it should not go astray with that. People really need to do that. What we have done as well is we took a screenshot of our savings and then sent that out to friends and family, like, hey, look, I just saved $176 on my first time using this. You know, jump on this, guys, got to do it. So it's definitely there. It's definitely worth taking a look at.
I thought I put a note in there somewhere. I was trying to find the page, but one thing I love about the Savings Pass is that the cash back rewards, it's within 5 days, right?
Yeah, you get it within 5 days of booking. I thought it was 5 days of when like I checked in, but no, it's 5 days of when I booked my trip. We got our money back. I was shocked.
Gosh, that's amazing.
Right.
Oh yeah, and then Tyler said that he noticed a crazy savings on flights too. So I'm like, that's big, especially right now. I don't know what's going on with the flights. They've all spiked. So, but I love that. If you guys will do us a favor too on any of like the GroupMe chats, if you'll just kind of share with the teams, you know, as you start to try it, hey guys, just want to let you know, I tried this restaurant, I saved this, or hey guys, I got a rental car and I saved this, then that helps all of us present that much more. And it just, yeah, it's going to help all the teams together. I want to check the chat. Okay.
So I have sorry, this is Ashley in Arizona. I have a question.
Hi, Ashley.
So okay, we're out there and you give the spill and somebody's like, yeah, you know what? I want to do the $19.99 a month.
Yeah.
Here's my credit card.
Yes.
Do we run that credit card right then and there for the $19.99 a month?
So I'm so glad you brought that up. So one thing that we could not unfortunately do before the team call tonight, I made a note on here that Gratis is the company that we're going to be doing all of our like monthly donations through. And so if you guys haven't already, and I'm not sure about Leslie's team, but for mine, nobody has had access to their Gratis accounts yet so that they can start taking the monthly donations. We are going to email them to let them know that we need a new like code, and those codes only work for 24 hours. So Amanda's gonna help me with contacting them, and you guys should receive something within 24 hours, and then you have 24 hours. So I'll make sure that I post on both team chats, hey, those codes have been sent out. Make sure you get on and get onto your website. And on that website, there's actually a section for you to like click on, which you can have it up on your phone, where it'll scan that credit card. So then it'll
Audra?
capture all their credit card information and be pretty easy.
Audra, I actually have my account set up with Gratis.
Uh-huh.
However, they have not been able to get it to work with my cell phone or my iPad, either one, to where it automatically uses the camera format to take the picture of the credit card and make it work.
Okay. Have you
I spent
contacted
about
them, or?
an hour and a half with Kirk yesterday trying to get that figured out.
Okay.
So I don't know if you've tried to do it on yours yet or not, but it doesn't work.
Okay, that's good to know, and we will work on that, but we need to get everybody like access, so we'll still get access, we'll work through those bugs. They're a company that does this all the time, so I'm sure they'll be able to like work through it and get it.
Mike, that's a question that should be brought up offline. So Mike, just email me directly about that.
Oh, and then because we're on this sheet, I forgot to let you guys know that to make sure you get a tracking sheet for the savings passes. So you can find this on the CRM. I've been putting like all the names or official names so you guys can find them. So you can keep a track of whoever donates enough to get a savings pass. You'll write their name, email, and phone number, just the same way that you would with Cancun. And then for reconciling, everybody was introduced last week to the new CRM link. And what I loved, I was playing around with it myself the other day. If you click that you gave out both prizes, so both Savings Pass and Cancun trips, it'll have you enter those in separately. So just make sure you scroll to the bottom and keep those separate. So you have your Savings Pass people, then you have your Cancun people.
So I have a question on that.
Yeah.
So the Savings Pass QR code does not get given out unless they pay $50 or $100.
So the QR code is designed to just share, period. If you are on the whole and you are donating, you're not sending out that QR code. You're taking their donations and you're writing down their information on this tracking sheet so that we can give them access to their own Savings Pass.
Okay, so in a sense, it's different from the QR code.
Yeah.
Not in a sense, Matt. It is different.
Yeah.
It's not in a sense. It's different. It's very, very different. Okay. So if you're on the T-Box and you're taking $50 from someone, then you write their name down on this tracking sheet that she shows here on the bottom third. Right there you go. Thank you. You're writing their name, email, and phone number down. Okay. The QR code is a secondary thing. That's after you've already gotten a donation from someone, which I was going through the pitch earlier, trying to help you guys understand how important the pitch is for this stuff. And we got sidetracked, but that's okay. After you've gotten their donation, then you want to say, hey, share this QR code with your friends and family. And you have it on the back of your business card or on a flyer or something. That's for them to do later. But the donation on the T-Box is the most important donation you can get. That's what you need to get. And if they give you $50, you put their name, email, and phone number down on this tracking sheet on the T-Box.
I got it. Okay.
Also, I don't know how I got these green lines everywhere. Sorry, guys.
We don't see green lines.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's a green line.
I was like, I don't know how I
there's one.
So
You have to scroll
Gladys
out.
on here too. So then after the tracking sheet, you're putting them in like what is, I see the tracking. So then it goes to Gladys or you're putting it in?
No.
So that I'm glad that this is coming up. This is like the point of the call. So when people donate, say they donate $50, but they do not sign up for the monthly, you know?
Okay.
So then when they donate 50, say they chose the savings pass as their prize instead of Cancun, then you're gonna track it here on that tracking form. So then we can upload that to the CRM and give them their membership access to a savings pass.
Okay,
Then say somebody does want to do the $9.99 or $19.99. So then we
Okay.
would use Gratis to then sign them up for the monthly donation. And then we would still need to figure out from there if they want the Cancun or the savings pass or both. And we would track it on those tracking sheets accordingly. So at this point, we have like a Cancun tracking sheet. We have the savings pass tracking sheet. You have your donation tracking sheet. And if you haven't, probably should have put that on here. The new tracking sheets for Hero Days have all those different tabs. So make sure you guys upload that new one because it has the number of golfers, how much got in cash, card, Zelle, recurring revenue, and I think there might be one other thing. I can't remember, Amanda. And then your QR codes, you basically hand those out or post those, but it does not help you fundraise on a whole ever. Does that make sense?
So
I
it
mean,
has Cash App, I mean, it
does.
has Venmo, Zelle, credit cards,
Yeah.
cash, no Cash App or,
So it has cash, cards, and then it has an app. And then within that app, it says like Venmo, Cash App, Zelle.
oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And Audra, do the same thing with the tracking sheets for these. Just put like 3 check boxes beside the name, email, and the phone numbers. And instead of having 2 sheets on both thing, just create one sheet and then they can just check which ones they won. Whether
Yeah.
it's
I
the
have
savings
it.
pass,
You want me to
both,
share?
or whatever. Then that just keeps everybody from being confused.
Honestly, I was going to take this tracking sheet and just write C or HP, you know? So I knew if I wanted to
Yep.
do the pass or the Cancun.
You want me to share? Audra, I can share it.
Sure.
Okay.
What are you sharing?
The tracking sheet.
Oh, we already went over that. Was there something
I
missed?
know, but just so they can see it.
Oh,
Whatever you want. It's okay. You don't have to. It's on the CRM. So if you want to share it, you can, but just the normal Hero tracking sheet for cash, credit cards, whatever, you know. It says host has disabled, but you can share it. It's on the CRM.
yeah, I know because I use it.
Yeah. So it just shows cash, credit card, app, or recurring revenue, and you guys can track all the donations that you receive.
oh, I like this. This looks good.
Okay, I'm pulling it up for you
Okay.
guys. It's just taking a second to load. Does anybody have any more questions though? I want to make sure that as this is taking a second to load, that we can still answer any questions you guys have.
Okay, so until we get our gratis figured out, we can't do reoccurring.
Yeah,
No, you
that's the only way.
Yeah. So yeah, now when you get your login and username and all that from Gratis, which you guys have all received it because she sent it, but it was only 24 hours that it was active. So if you didn't activate it, then it's dead now. So I will email Kayla and give her all your information. Once you guys get that, like literally all of you on this call, okay, here's another time that you need to wake up, everybody. Like, put your thinking caps on right now. Wake up. Because you're going to get an email within the next 24 to 48 hours from Kayla at gratispayments.com. I think it is, I'm not sure, but Gratis Payments from Kayla that is the link you have to activate immediately. And once you log in there, then you'll be able to do the recurring revenue. And if you don't know how to do that, then I will also share the video with Audra. So that video teaches you how to log in, how to set up your dashboard to take the recurring revenue payments. Okay. So Audra, I'm going to share that with you so that you can share it with your team.
That is on the CRM already for everybody to access?
It's not. No, that's not on the CRM. It's an MP4 file, so it's weird for me to be able to upload that to the CRM. I'm going to have to email it to you, and you're going to have to forward it to your team, or
we'll add it to our YouTube channel.
I can email it to everybody that's on the spreadsheet if that's easier for you. I can do that. But it's a weird file. So you guys, that's just the video that teaches you what to do once you log in. But Kayla is going to email you individually with your specific login information. So you're going to have to access that like literally within the next 24 to 48 hours. So if you don't do that right now, you're not going to get on to Gratis.
So Amanda, if you'll just make sure that I'm CC'd on both Leslie's team and mine when she emails them.
Okay.
That way I can make sure to announce to everybody, hey, go ahead and make emails.
Yeah, if it's Leslie's team too, then okay, that's good for me to know. I will let Kayla know that she needs to resend it to your team and Leslie's team.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and if you guys on this call right now, if you don't check your email in the next 2 days, then that's not going to be active. So please
we'll
look at it and log in.
I tried to, but it didn't work. So.
Well, then if it doesn't work, then you contact admin or Amanda at Elite Fundraising Solutions, and I will help you individually. Okay.
And that's fine. This is the first time though that we've actually had a training on this.
Yeah.
So we're just hearing all of this.
Yeah, well, we did it on the big group call like 2 months ago. We did it on the big team call, but yes, this is probably the first time that Audra's done it on
It's the
her.
first time I paid attention.
Okay, all right, there we go.
This is good. That's why we're going over everything. The next section I wanted to cover was bringing up the Elite Savings Pass, since it's different from the Hero Program Savings Pass for charities. But I am going to say it's 9:13. Would the team rather me continue and go over this? Or would you guys rather come back next Tuesday and just focus on the Elite Savings Pass for charities, organizations, and so on?
Next
I think it'd be good to table it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Till next week.
I agree. I'm like, I just want to make sure. Does anybody else have any questions? Then let me go back for just the Hero Savings Pass. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any other questions about recurring revenue or any of that?
Yeah, the link that you said that was going to come in the email, you said it's good for 24 hours. Is that 24 hours from when we open up the email, or 24 hours from when it gets sent? Because some of us work other jobs too.
Yeah, so that's why it's 24 hours from when it gets sent. So I will make sure that as long as I'm CC'd on those emails, I'll reach out to everybody via like GroupMe, or if I have your cell phone, like you, Carrie.
How do you tell if you're?
I can send it tomorrow. I mean, I can ask Kayla to send it tomorrow if that's easier.
Sure, just knowing when it's coming might be helpful. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't miss it.
MJ,
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think I signed up for Gratis because I thought it was a QR code, and so it's kind of humorous. But
well, okay. So Matt, I'm glad you brought that up, because I want everybody to understand the difference. Okay, and so I'm glad we're back here on the screen, Audra. By the way, with Jay's here to pitch, because I kind of got interrupted on this, but. Okay, Matt, so the difference between a QR code and Gratis. I think everybody on this call is like, what the hell, right? What the F is the difference? Are all of you wondering this? I think so. If you could all like wave your hands at me right now I'm
Uh-huh.
sure you'd all be like,
I don't know
yeah,
what-
Amanda, what the F, right? Right? You're like, we don't understand. Okay. So here's the deal. Your QR code is for the Hero Program Savings Pass. That's for you to refer people to donate later. That's after the fact, after they leave your T-box and you don't even care about them anymore. Or you go to a family party or some event, whatever, and you hand out your QR code and you're hoping that somebody somewhere down the line, see the quotes? They donate, okay? That's the QR code. That's a hope.
Okay.
Okay, you're hoping for that, okay? Now, let's talk about the savings pass, because that's what you're selling on the T-box, right? That's
Right.
what you're getting people to actually donate to you on the T-box. They give you that $50. They're actually donating. They give you cash, they give you a credit card, they give you Venmo. They're donating either the $50 or the $19.99 or the $9.99 or whatever they're doing on the T-box. That's what they're doing to get this Hero Program Savings Pass totally different.
Oh,
Is that making sense so far?
yes. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, good. Then I want you guys all to understand then the QR code is something that you put on the back of your business card. It's what you put on like a handout that you give out on the T-box, but you want to get the donation right then and there on the T-box. So they give you cash, they give you a credit card, they give you their Venmo, and they donate to you, but the QR code is later on.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else?
Can I
There was something else you wanted me to clear up.
Yeah, Jason, go ahead.
For the recurring, they have to have a credit card on them. Is that correct? Or can we
Okay.
take like a $20 Venmo and say we'll sign you up later? How do you want to do that?
Yes, the recurring revenue. Thank you. That's what else you wanted me to talk about. Okay, so the recurring revenue is the email that you're going to be getting in the next 24 to 48 hours, right? That's from Gratis. That's the recurring revenue. So let's say somebody on the T-box says, I don't have $50. I don't have $100. I cannot donate that amount right now, but I can afford $20 a month or, you know, $10 a month, $19.99 or $9.99. I can afford that. That's when you need the Gratis app on your phone. That's what we're going to be sending you out in the next 24 to 48 hours. You need to download that app. You need to look at the video that teaches you how to set that up, and you can sign them up for the $9.99 or the $19.99 per month. And then Jason, what was your exact question? I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Tell me.
If they don't have a credit card and they
Okay.
want to give us Venmo or whatever, but
Yeah,
not,
we can't do that. It has to be a credit card for recurring revenue. Unfortunately, right now, it has to be a credit card. So if they're gonna do the $9.99 or the $19.99, they do have to give you a credit card. You're gonna pull that app up on your phone and it takes a picture of their actual credit card. And it runs it through and then it charges it every month. So you can do Venmo, Cash App, cash, whatever, regular credit card through Square. If they're doing like the $50 or the $100 straight donation, but if they're doing the recurring, it does have to be a credit card right now.
perfect. That's, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I think the Maxwells might have had a question. Somebody else had one, I think. Okay.
Well,
So
there's some in the
does
chat.
everybody feel like they can present this and they know what items to have ready on the course?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I'm like, good. I'm like, then we'll just keep it at the Hero Savings Pass for today. I'll send a copy of Jay's pitch too, so you guys have that to at least like look at. You have Amanda's pitch, you have my pitch, and then we will handle gratis. And anybody that does not have the QR codes, I wrote down everybody but Maxwell's. I think I asked you, or at least I was going to ask you in the chat, but wanted to keep up. If you can send me a list of anybody else that's missing information, then that'd be really helpful.
Yeah, email already sent.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you. All
Great.
right.
Well, hey, before you guys all sign off, I just want to say I'm so thankful to all of you for being on the team and for following Audra and Leslie. I know some of you are on Leslie's team, like John Maxwell out there in Colorado, New Mexico. You guys are in New Mexico, I know that. But thank you so much for being a part of our team. And we just want to what's the word? Like, send off to you guys our heartfelt emotions, which is that we're doing this for a good reason. We're there for the right reasons. And we all know that you guys are here for the right reasons. So thank you so much for being a part of our team. Thank you so much for listening to us, and let us know how we can help you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you guys. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, Amanda and Audra. Appreciate you guys.